Well, it happened when I was 19. I worked in residential for a 16-year period. I was involved in a family business at Double Bay at the time. I was then a little bit anxious and ambitious and wanted to understand the corporate real estate world. I was very fortunate to be offered an opportunity to join Jones Lang LaSalle, which was a great learning curve for 7 years. I then was invited to participate with the competition at CBRE and then later Cushman & Wakefield. That entitled another 16 years. So I've been around a while. That's 32 years in total. And Next Commercial started in October 2020, straight after COVID, and we've been going well ever since. That's an easy question to answer. It's public auction. The method of sale controls the timing. It controls our method of marketing. It controls the expenses to our marketing on behalf of our clients. And most importantly, it brings the real attention to the asset from the buying public. And if they wish to own it, they must compete. Up from 2024, Kim, has been the cost of money. There's been a challenge for many purchasers to access funds, and that's an overall economic standpoint. So therefore, as a business, we've had to pivot away from focusing a lot of our attention into the development space, where we've been very successful of recent years, and we've been paying a lot more attention towards investment assets, which have security of income, and those assets have been we've been successful in selling those assets due to the lease profiles and the profile of the purchaser, who is predominantly a self-managed super fund or a person of means who is looking to borrow, looking to spend their money and invest their money for the long-term longevity of their long-term security. Two assets that come to mind that will go both to public auction in September. One is a DA-approved development site over 2 titles in Rockhampton, and that's been approved for childcare, in addition to a service station with fast food, as well as a neighbourhood shopping centre. So that's an exciting asset opposite the Queensland or the Australian University in Rockhampton. And the other property that we're super excited about is another asset in Warrawong, which is the Guzman and Gomez. That's a brand new 20-year lease. It's a brand new shop. It's been open now 4 weeks, trading very well, and we know investors' interest will be very strong for that asset. Families first. So I do like spending time at home. I actually really do enjoy spending time at home. Got a young family. We're a close-knit family, so we spend a lot of time together. But on top of that, I also like to get my old ute out and put a dirt bike on the back and go to the bush and go racing. I mean, that's whilst I'm not getting any younger, I still like to think that I'm capable of still having a crack in the bush, and dirt bike off-road racing is my passion.
I got into real estate back in 2017, I think it was. I finished playing sport about 5 or 6 years before that, and I floated around between different jobs. I was lucky enough to run into someone in the street, sort of suggested that real estate would be good for me because it's all about connections, and I think through sport, lucky enough to create that sort of environment where you meet a lot of people. So it was a natural fit for me, and lucky to get a job at a corporate job in Sydney. But now working at Next Commercial, it just gives me a bit more freedom to do what I want, and really enjoying my time here. Yeah, I get asked that question quite a lot. Obviously, the residential market now is flying, but I think with commercial, there's a bit more high touch and a bit more depth and analysis that sort of suits who I am. And I like to go in deep through what a property offers to people. And I think residential is very low touch and high turnover. And that's the reason for commercial. I think, a lot more research goes into what we do and how we offer clients different aspects of the market. And I think that's what suits me, and that depth of the market. I've been lucky enough to sell assets all through New South Wales, and even a few through Queensland, from as far as Moree up at the north of New South Wales, and Wagga, and even Finlay in the southwest of New South Wales. So been very lucky to meet some wonderful owners and vendors that give you a lot of time, and we put a lot of effort into those sales and achieved some amazing things. But probably the most memorable asset I've sold was a strata amalgamation I did in Hunter Street in Sydney. There's over 30 owners that we sold to a developer. We obviously had to get all the owners in one room and sell to one developer was difficult because not everyone wanted to sell, but we got there in the end. It took us over 3 years. That's probably the most memorable and rewarding sale to date. I'd be surprised if most agents don't say auction. I think it creates that anticipation of a big day at the end of a campaign. And as agents, if you've done your job, you've created that hype and that point where the climax of the campaign obviously leads to that auction. And if you get the result that you're after, that everyone's happy, vendor, buyer. So auctions definitely my favourite, and it brings bring that day to an end and that campaign to an end, that hopefully everyone can get the result they want and they deserve.
To give you a bit of background, I've been in marketing and public relations for over 20 years, and I've done advertising, marketing. My passion is in public relations and brand image, and I really believe that now it's all about digital marketing. So digital marketing plays an important role, and when it comes to Next Commercial, watch this space.
I'd have to agree with you, Kim. We're seeing, whilst I'm old school and I love the tactile newspaper, and I've always been a passionate supporter to the Financial Review or to the Australian newspapers, I am seeing that market certainly change path towards digital, and it's something that I'm grappling with. So having a communications manager is certainly important to us. I'm looking forward to what the future holds, and thanks for being part of Next Commercial.
Oh, you're welcome. I love it.
And you've been with us now, I think, just over 2 years?
2 years this week.
2 years this week. My gosh, there you go, celebration. You've been a valuable part of our team. How do you find us?
I love Next Commercial. I love the dynamic and the challenge that I get across my desk, I guess. I love that it's non-corporate. Like, this corporate environment can be quite, I guess, heavy on you. So I love the freedom of this company. I love the team that I work for.